Guys, it's currently like 3:30 in the morning, and I have not been able to sleep. I'm having a lot of pain in my back and not so much in my abdomen, but it's still there. They did like a lot of lidocaine in my abdomen and the access point to get to my spine. So they do an anterior approach. It's called an extraperitoneal approach. So they go in through your abdomen. It's supposed to be a 1.5 to 2 inch incision, but this one is about almost 6 inches, I'd say. And so they go through, cut through the fascia over your muscle, and then they pull your muscle off to the side so they don't cut through it. And then they also move all of your bowel in the sac off to the side so they don't expose it out. So all of that is pulled off to the side and then has a device essentially put in that opens it up and gives direct view straight down onto the discs, because the way your spine is set up, you have vertebrae, disc, vertebrae, and so if you're like the palm side of my hand is the vertebrae and the discs, the back side of my hand is where your facets are, and your spinal cord passes through behind your vertebrae and your discs. So in order to access the disc to remove it, you have to go in through the front. If you're doing a fusion, then they connect the facets together and they perform what's called a discectomy, and they remove the disc and fill it in with bone. In my case, they used titanium plates, so there's one on top of the bottom vertebrae, so the L5, and then the bottom of the L4, and then in between is a plastic rotating flat disc. So they cut a groove into the vertebrae above and below, and the pro-disc pieces slide into that groove and then have a really porous surface that the bone grows into to prevent any sort of slippage. So that's all the stuff that's hurting, and it is healing right now, and it takes quite a bit of, I say quite a bit of time because it's still quite a bit of time, but it's a less healing time than a fusion, but it's still obviously a very major surgery, and so you still have like 6 to 8 weeks before coming off of restrictions and gradually starting to do things again. The reason I really wanted to do this vlog is because I haven't seen very many people do patient perspectives on this type of surgery. So like I said before, I had a total disc replacement of my L4-L5. They can do, typically insurance will approve 2 levels. Sometimes in rare cases they'll approve 3, but they don't particularly like to do 3 levels. It's safer to do 1 or 2. Sorry, I still haven't gotten my voice back from being intubated. And I'm still on round-the-clock pain meds and muscle relaxers, so I've been on quite a bit of stuff and still unable to sleep. Side note, though, of an update, so I had said that when I was in PACU, I went for a stat MRI when I woke up, and we found that I had no function of my legs. Since then, I've developed quite a bit of, like, this staticky pins and needles type, but, like, burning pain on my upper legs, like down to my knees, like so my thighs. And then on the top of my feet, it feels like burning fire. And then I have no sensation on the rest of my feet and legs. So last night at about 11:30, my neurosurgeon came in to my room and was doing a check status update on that, and I now am able to flex my knees a little bit. It's not a lot, but it is there, and I can rotate my hips in and out. And then just at about 3 o'clock, I found that I can just ever so slightly flex at the heel or at the ankle. So I slowly seem to be gaining some of it back. We're still trying to figure out the cause. He came in at 11:30. He was in here for about 45 minutes, like just kind of doing tests and looking over images, and decided that he wanted a CT and X-ray because on the MRI there's quite a bit of artifact over the brand new disc, so he couldn't see up close to see if there's a crack in the bone potentially that's causing this to happen or what it is. So yeah, prayers for that, good thoughts, positive vibes would really be appreciated, because I was supposed to be up and walking not long after recovery, and pack you, and especially after coming up to the room. So I currently still have a catheter in and am in a lot of pain, and my feet are swollen up like sausages from not being able to move and being just stuck laying in a bed, which is not ideal. It puts me at high risk for blood clots as a young female on birth control. Your risk is higher, and so then adding on to it not being able to move around and be mobile, this was not something I was expecting at all, and he wasn't expecting either. So yeah, I really appreciate any love from the outside, but that's kind of the update currently. I won't quite call it a post-op day 2 yet, since it's 3:30 in the morning. We'll just call this a nighttime kind of updates, and stuff's been going on overnight. So thank you guys, appreciate your love and support, and see you tomorrow for day 2.